Now, hammer-on and pull-offs are two different things that once you learn the guitar, you're going to start to hear in music like all the time with different instruments. If you're having a little struggle of hitting the notes correctly already and having them ring out the way that they should, I would suggest you probably not practice this section at this point. But definitely watch the video and go back to it when you're ready. Like I said, you're going to start hearing this in all kinds of music once you kind of get an ear for it. Now, hammer-ons are playing a note and picking or strumming that string and then slamming another finger on a fret that's higher than that, and it's going to change the tone. So if I have a note here and I slam that finger down, it changes the pitch. Now, I usually use an exercise for working on it like this. I'll just put my finger on the first fret, play the note, and just slam that next finger down on the next fret. And we'll do it again a string lower. If anyone's seen the movie The Pink Panther, it kind of reminds me of the theme song right there. Okay, so for people who are having a lot of fun with this, doing great, you can exercise your third finger by doing the exact same exercise, but instead of doing the next fret, we're going to skip a fret and hit it with our on the third fret with our third finger. You can also do it with your pinky. I don't use this very much, so I'm going to show you how, but I'm not going to do the full thing because it really probably won't sound that great. Yeah, like I said. So that was hammer-ons. Now, pull-offs are pretty much the opposite of hammer-ons. It's when you play a note, but you have a finger right behind the note. So I have these two on here again. So when I play the note and remove the finger, it changes the sound of it without me ever playing it again. So hammer on is, pull off is. You can do that exact same type of rhythm throughout the entire exercise, just like we did on hammer-ons, just with pull-offs. So playing around with these two new methods should be pretty fun. So give it a try when you're playing your next song and see how it sounds. Give it a try with something like our pentatonic scales or something. So we have right here. Pretty much the things you can do this, like many of our stuff in music, is only limited by your imagination and your creativity. What I would suggest whenever we're being creative is to try to funnel it into some sort of structure. So we're not just going to go off on the guitar and be like, do all this mad stuff and be like, whoa, that was so creative, because if we can't ever replicate it again, it's pretty much worthless to us. Unless your entire career is just playing improv and never repeating anything, but that's a very slim amount of people doing that. So if you're playing around with something, you have fun with it, try to replicate it into a pattern so that you can do it a few times in a row, actually have it sink in with either your mind or your hands, so that when you're playing stuff, it naturally will flow out of you, because that's what we want from music.